Luke Mcclellan, an aspiring pro pickleball player, has been playing for as long as he can remember.
Probably about 2 to 3 years old. I live in North Carolina, which is the home of pickleball. So grew up loving playing the sport and wanted to get after it on the court, and have been going for it ferociously on the court ever since then.
Luke trains and pushes himself to his very limits to compete at a high level.
Play every day, once in the morning. I get up at like 4, 5 in the morning, and I play after school. I play with the local professional league, the YMCA. I love the athletes that it brings out. It brings out like almost a superhuman level athlete. It's everything from the high-speed combativeness of the paddle action to whipping around the court, to the teamwork of being in duos, to the inspiring heroism of being one-on-one. It's nothing quite like it.
For any aspiring pickleball players, Luke shares his advice.
Just go out there and train with the best, beat the best, and just give it your all, man, 100% on the court. Leave it all, blood, sweat, tears, everything. And get some life insurance, man. This sport takes all out of you. It's life or death out on the court.
For CHSTV with photojournalist Colin Garrity,
here we have the butt of the handle.
I'm Caden Barnes.
Leather grip. I love going after the ball and just feeling the leather in between your fingers. Just going after that wiffle ball.
Code red, code red! Go, go, go!
Hi, my name is Ben Gaston.
Hi, my name's Chance Fukuda.
And we're the Ghost Getters.
Carlsbad seniors Chance and Ben have a passion that some might call paranormal.
I mean, honestly, me and Ben Gaston were just talking one day about our really experiences with ghosts, and I don't know, we kind of connected, and we want to fight against this problem.
But their journey hasn't come without its setbacks.
Yeah, so we just go to places. We got like gadgets and stuff. We film, we use the gadgets. We just go around trying to prove ghosts are real.
Throughout their explorations, each has had to take a unique role to complement and support each other.
Personally, I'm the sound guy for the team.
I'm the main filmer, so I just kind of like walk around and make sure I capture all the good stuff.
And we just try to catch any paranormal activity, you know?
As for what to do with their passion, Chance and Ben have big plans for the future.
Communicate with the ghosts.
From there, we'll try to tell the public and explore other options to inform others about the scenario in the ghost world, you know? It's a whole nother world there.
Are there any ghosts here?
For CHSTV,
Oh my god. No way. Are you doing this?
with photojournalist Colin Garrity,
No, bro. Are you getting this on camera?
Yeah.
Where's it going?
I'm
Wait.
Caden Barnes.
No.
No.
There's no ghost, it says.
That's exactly
what a ghost would say.
Name's Corey Whitlock. I'm the owner of Whitlock Industries, Whitlock Surf Experience, and Whitlock Surf Factory.
Corey Whitlock, a local surfboard shaper, found his passion for the surf industry at a very young age.
Introduced was at birth. My dad's been shaping since the 60s, since 1963, so couldn't have asked for a better childhood to grow up in.
At Whitlock Surf Co., there are many steps to creating the perfect surfboard.
But basically it starts with a chunk of foam, and then the shaper shapes the board, sculpted like a sculptor, and then the fiberglass, then you put the fiberglass on it, which is like cloth, and with the pouring honey all over the board and squeezing on, and it's resin, and you sand it, and voila, you got a board, you know.
Corey feels blessed to be a part of one of the first family-owned surfboard businesses.
It's not many generations ago that this sport even began, and to be able to be one of the first dynamic families in this sport, it's awesome.
Corey believes that his customers are more than just customers.
I don't really like to call them customers because I consider everybody that comes in a family member. You know, you're not part of our customer list, you're part of our family now.
The true reward for the Whitlocks is the feedback they get from their new extended family.
Yeah, it's just a real joy when I get a phone call or I see them or whatever, and they say, man, I just love that board. And yeah, just the joy that they just experience is priceless to me.
Reporting for CHSTV in Oceanside, California with photojournalist Michael Basista, I'm Nate Nicholson.
Tonight is the Festival of Lanterns, a night of light and reflection. Festival of Lanterns originated during the COVID lockdown to help people stay grateful. Now that the event is in person, Rachel continues to spread gratitude.
Well, we wanted to honor the month of gratitude, and we thought a great way to do that is for people to write an inspirational message on these lanterns. So they get to come in and color the lanterns and then float them in the water.
The event is for all ages. However, Rachel specifically wants to involve children.
Sometimes we have to have experiences where our children can also learn, slow down, and appreciate what you have and what's around you. It's so fun to see the children understand gratitude.
During the night of reflection, Rachel hopes to share the importance of gratitude.
Having these moments to reflect on what we have and what we had is really important. And I think this event is perfect for that.
Rachel made her own contributions to her lost loved ones, as well as appreciating all she has.
I had actually decorated 2 lanterns already. One was a tribute to my neighbor's dog that passed away. One was a tribute to a coworker that just passed away. And I did a little thank you for everything I have on my lantern.
As you can see behind me, the violinists have just finished up, bringing the event to a close. As well as that, the lanterns remain floating in the pool for people that wanted to remember what they're grateful for and their lost loved ones. With CHSTV and Brockstar Silmaz, I'm Holden Sisko.
Hi, my name is Caden Davis and I have a passion for cars. Well, my whole life I've always been interested in cars, ever since I was a little kid. I've always been fascinated with how they work and just the machinery of them. What made me like cars was just the way they worked, ever since I was little, I just kind of had a connection to them.
Caden finds a lot of fun in modifying his car.
My car is mainly stock, but it has a cold air intake, Cobb stage 1 tune, has a catback exhaust, and there's some wheels and tires on it. My dream car would probably be a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. It's a car that handles insanely well and sounds great and is pretty reliable too.
Caden is faced with a lot of challenges along the way, but he always seems to make the best out of it.
Every day I find something new with this car. I learn something new about it, which is part of the reason why I bought it. Because going into this car, I knew I was gonna have to fix things, and it was gonna be tough sometimes. But that's all part of the process, In the end, you get a car that you really enjoy and just love, basically.
Caden has some advice for anyone who's getting into modifying cars.
Well, for those who are going into cars or thinking about getting a project car, just be prepared, and it takes a lot of time and patience.
And price is a big factor when you have a hobby like Caden's.
Now, when modifying a car, it can be hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. Big turbo kits are like $10,000. So it all just depends on the car, basically.
Is it hard doing stick?
Not really, it's something that it took a little bit to learn, but once you get it, you've always got it down.
For many of us, this lack of sound can come as out of the norm. However, for Edgar, a janitor here at Carlsbad High, this is what a typical day is like. We sat down with Edgar and interviewed him through an interpreter who translated Edgar's sign language.
To make the communication process more smooth and more efficient, there's certain things and certain tasks that we work together at. And so I use my cell phone and I use the live transcript app.
For Edgar, this reality is a constant throughout his life. It has been this way for as long as he can remember.
I was born hearing, but then I contracted meningitis, and the doctors warned my parents that there might be a shot or medication because of that treatment that may cause blindness or hearing loss.
And unfortunately, that shot did result in his loss of hearing and has changed the way Edgar lives on a daily basis.
I would probably want to encourage my younger self to be less shy. Because in the past, I was kind of a shut-in. I was isolated because my parents, they were worried about me being deaf, being a deaf, kid, a deaf teenager.
And when asked a choice if he were able to regain his hearing, Edgar's response reflects his outlook on the life he lives.
I would prefer to stay deaf because I'm used to it. This is my life. This is my world. I lost hearing at a young age, but I've grown up and I've been happy ever since. And so I'm content being a deaf person.
Edgar's positivity, in spite of the challenges he faces, is truly contagious, and his presence on campus is enjoyed by the people who surround him. Reporting for CHSTV with photojournalist Tosh Carr, I'm Sebastian Ursanthopoulos.
Where are you right now?
Costa Rica.
And what do we say in Costa Rica?
Meet Laila Mahoney, a typical 6-year-old with an extraordinary journey.
She's full of energy. She's a non-stop talker, and she just loves life.
And life for Laila has looked like this: traveling to far-off places, living a good, adventurous life. But it all changed last August.
We were in the ER at Rady's, and the main ER doctor walked into the room with her screaming in pain, yet literally saying to me, "Daddy, save me, like save me." Like she knew she needed to be saved.
Saved from brain cancer.
There, you can barely even see it.
The typical 6-year-old was now in the fight for her life. A fight her parents say they were all ready to face head on.
Food staying down my belly.
Yeah?
Mhm.
You feel better?
Mhm.
Good. I mean, cancer was walking down the street, took a turn down an alley. We kind of looked at it and we're like, "You want to go? Okay, fine. We'll do this." Like, you know, if I were you, I'd run away, but it didn't. So we're, you know, you should see the other guy.
But despite the long battle, Laila and her dad refused to give up an old tradition.
You have to go all the way over there.
And then you got to put your mask on and you're going to do it, right?
Yes.
Scuba diving in the pool.
You know, there was this thought. It was like, this could be the last time we ever do this together, you know? And, that was emotional as hell.
And so through her fight, Laila's been living her life and living a fun one too.
She can just go and live a good, long, normal life. I think it's not really going to be a normal life. I think it's going to be an extraordinary life because she's got one hell of a story.
Continue to inspire Laila. For CHSTV with photojournalist Taylor Lohmeyer.
You love Mommy?
Yeah.
I'm Sinead Estrada.
How about Daddy?
You're right next to me.
Well, me and my brother just we always love fashion. Like, we both have our creative processes. I would like to say that mine's definitely more loud and very everywhere, while his is more defined.
Isaiah gets his creativity from almost anything.
Yeah, I get magazines and old pictures, postcards, anything. Anything, and I'll turn it into a picture.
He dedicates a lot of time in order to keep a constant supply of shirts.
We'll just stay up night and day working on shirts back to back, maybe 3 to 4 hours at a time, just grinding out shirts. This one's my first one. This was actually the prototype, so this was the first ever shirt made.
The people Isaiah surrounds himself with help inspire his mindset.
Well, we meet a lot of our friends who people we skate with, and that community is actually very creative and artistic. I don't know, it's just a very supportive community around us. Everyone just wishes us the best. It's really nice.
While his brother is heading off to college, Isaiah has decided to still continue their brand.
Of course we still keep going with it. We have to. It's what we love doing.
Bananas. We have no bananas today. My name is Dr. Jeff Pearson. I'm a magician. I'm a musician, improvisation, because I do improv comedy as well. And I haven't just basically decided what I want to do yet. My goal is I try to make people comfortable when they go to the doctor. And I do stuff like this and other kinds of stupid stuff. And they laugh and suddenly they're relaxed and they actually have a good time going to the doctor. I always have a couple little things on me. So I could always do magic, even if I don't have anything on me, I could do a magic trick. I've been doing it for years because I was also a clown, and I just naturally like to make people laugh, and I don't like people being uncomfortable. So if it's something I could do to make them feel comfortable, I will do it. Other things that I do magic, I'm a member of the Magic Castle, which is a famous venue in LA, and it's close-up magic, which is what I mainly do. Here, I mean, I happen to have the coin here, but this is right here in front of you, okay? no smoke and mirrors, and yet the coin still goes away. You learn from each other. We share. The Magic community is a very tight community, and it's a very giving community. Okay, this is by the miracle of Wonka vision. So I put this in my pocket here. Okay, and it's going to travel invisibly, just like that, and ends up right over there. You may not be able to do. It can't get to go away, and then eventually you can.
I started working out around a year ago in November, and I started long snapping 2 months ago. I already wanted to go into football for high school. It's just fun to do, something that I can look forward in as a career and maybe in the future. Working out has helped a lot. I gotten a lot stronger, better at running, things like that. My dad told me that I should start coming here and it would just be good for me.
Now, with the season under his belt, how has this all changed?
I ended up just having a lot of fun, meeting a lot of new people and just getting some new friends.
You may be wondering how Robert's plans for playing long snapper turned out. Well, one play during practice changed the entire outcome.
They were trying to get snappers up, and I volunteered, and when I got up, I kind of shanked it by accident. There was a lot of things going on that was on my mind during that time, and I just realized that maybe I should just stick as being a lineman.
But each mistake has its lesson.
I know in that time I was extremely embarrassed. I was like beating myself up over it, but now looking back at it, I couldn't really control it. It was something I couldn't control, and I just needed to let that happen. Football is hard, and I do need to actually put a lot of work in. I didn't really know like the requirements for football. I never played any sports really before this.
Despite the change of pace, Robert took his new responsibility in stride.
I have grown into being more acceptable to a lineman, and I really enjoy the position.
Robert's come a long way since his start in 6th grade. And even though he encountered difficulties, it didn't ruin what the journey became. For CHSTV, with photojournalist Ray Screwskin, I'm Cash Versailles.
My name is Gabe Benson, and I've recently discovered a hobby of ping pong, and I'm ready to take down the world's greatest ping pong players.
Gabe Benson, a sophomore here at CHS, recognizes that there are countless benefits of ping pong.
Great with your hand-eye coordination. It's like great for your mental game, and it's also really, it's just super fun.
While many take up ping pong for the fun pastime, Gabe has taken his passion to the next level. As he gears up for his first tournament, his mindset is everything.
I'm on fire. I've been playing great, and every day is just a new thing to improve on, and practice makes perfect, and I'm out here putting in the work.
Gabe's close friend and coach, Jake Balon, says the key to table tennis success is simple.
Just hard work, reps. I'll usually serve it to him, serves it back.
With such ping pong prowess, Gabe offers some advice for beginners.
Some of the main things to focus on in ping pong, like if you want to be a good ping pong player, it's hand-eye coordination and just like knowing how and when to hit the ball and different spins, and just like matching his attack with your defense.
Reporting for CHSTV.
He's a great kid. A little soft, so.
I'm Ben Hannon.
Spell the other words which start with G-N.
So Academic League is a really fun, low commitment activity in which we meet up 2 times a week during lunches, and it's really just Jeopardy. So you have all buzzers, and the moderator or the teacher asks a question, and first to buzz in answers.
Ravi got started with this newfound passion of his once a teacher introduced it to him.
He basically talked to us about Academic League and what it is. It sounded really fun, so I went to a meeting, and then I just kept going because it's a lot of fun, and it's not something where you have to put a lot of time into.
Unfortunately, Academic League has a lot of negative stereotypes surrounding the people who are in it.
Obviously, there's going to be everyone's probably going to have glasses on, they're going to be nerds, none of them play sports or anything like that. They're all, just nerds, basically, but that's completely not true. We're all there to have fun. We are competing, obviously, but it's about having fun, and that's what really makes Carlsbad's Academic League different from other teams and other schools.
Ravi has one main lesson that he has learned from Academic League so far.
It's about being part of a team, and I think that's one of the most important skills you have to learn in life. And Academic League has really taught me how to be part of a team, how to have fun together, how to make bonds.
Ravi will continue his journey and continue having fun with Academic League. With photojournalist Landon Miller, I'm Max Harris.
It's fun. You learn how to like be creative and like actually like find the possibilities.
Fifth graders have a lot on their plate, such as graduating elementary school and being the best at lunchtime handball. Julian, on the other hand, finds time to master a specific software.
It just popped into my mind, like, people don't use iMovie for, like, special effects. And then I tried to do some editing tricks with that, and it worked.
Julian's passion for iMovie started from just a simple search.
I, like, type in how to do, like, magic tricks in iMovie, and it pops up. How to do, like, matrix type effects in iMovie, and popped up. And then I decided to make some mind tricks, well, not mind tricks, but magic, well, not magic tricks, but special effects of my own.
Julian creates a variety of videos ranging from short films to animation tutorials, but he has one end goal.
Probably like work in Hollywood or something like that, but also film director or something like that.
Check out his YouTube channel so you can see his film that's coming soon.
My friends are planning on making a sci-fi action movie. I'm not going to say the title because we haven't planned it out, but in one word, aliens.
With CHSTV.
Okay, 2 words, alien abduction, that's it.
And Broxar Silmaz, I'm Holden Cisco.
Savannah Connor, a junior at Carlsbad High School, has a passion that offers a unique way to push the boundaries of our mode of transportation.
I started going off-roading with my dad when I was probably about 2 years old in the passenger seat, but I started actually starting to drive just on the open patches we'd see when I was about 9.
Savannah has made many modifications over the years to her vehicle.
Some of the basics is I changed my tires to 35s. I switched the rims to Black Rhino. I have a Poison Spider bumper front and rear, Poison Spider fenders that we custom painted to match the paint.
Savannah has faced multiple challenges that come along with the fun of off-roading.
I've had a few times where I'm with my dad where we feel we might fall off this cliff, or I'm definitely about to flip my car right now.
Even with the challenges she has faced, her main inspiration comes from her family.
Definitely my dad, but also my mom. She actually has done a few off-road rallies. She actually won one of them, got first place, which was really cool. So really both my parents have been my inspiration for continuing to do so.
Never stop riding, Savannah. Reporting for CHSTV.
Stay swaggy, Carlsbad.
I'm Taylor Lomar.
My name's Josh Lombardi, and I ride and race mountain bikes.
After picking up the sport from his dad, Josh has been biking for about 6 years now.
I just go ride my bike, and for some reason it clicked years ago, and I've been doing it ever since, never looked back.
As well as racing and riding through town, Josh enjoys hitting the jumps for fun on his own time.
The trick I'm most proud of is the backflip. If I had told myself 10 years ago that I would be doing a backflip on a bike, I wouldn't have believed it, because that just sounds so crazy to me.
And for those who don't know what it's like to backflip a bicycle,
it's the coolest thing ever, because you're just flying through the air, you know? It's like zero gravity.
However, it hasn't always been flips and giggles for Josh.
Sometimes I've struggled to see motivation to go out and ride my bike to get stronger, but then once the race season starts up and you actually start seeing that work pay off, then it kind of remotivates me and then get back out there.
Through his passion and hard work biking, Josh has learned some valuable life lessons.
The more work you put in, the more you'll get out of it. So if you keep working, it'll come to you and eventually you'll be successful.
Thank you, Josh, for the words of encouragement. Reporting for CHSTV with videographer Caden Barnes, I'm Zach Metzger.
Luke Moss, a student here at CHS, has a love for the sport of mountain biking.
I do cross-country endurance riding, so those are usually 40 to 60 miles. And then also there's school racing, and those are 20 miles.
Starting at a young age, Luke is able to reconcile on many fun memories on wheels.
My first memory biking is probably when I was a little kid, going with my dad. Went up to Big Bear, riding the trails up there.
Luke's strong love for this sport was not a surprise, as his dad was a pro racer in years previous.
I'd say probably my dad is a pretty big inspiration because he raced pro mountain bikes a couple years ago. So yeah, that was pretty cool, and so we always rode together.
Despite his success, Luke has a large challenge he has to face while biking.
Not being able to see. Well, it's gotten a lot worse, and throughout the years it gets worse and worse as I grow. So I constantly have to get my prescription updated, basically. So then I also have to get my glasses updated, and that's just kind of annoying because a year after I get my prescription, I'm not going to be able to see the trail as well as I did in the beginning. So if it wasn't correctable, I would be legally blind.
And as for any new bikers, Luke shares some helpful biking wisdom.
For people just getting in this sport, I'd say just keep it fun, maybe join some races and just have a good time with that.
We wish you blind luck in the future, Luke. For CHSTV, I'm Caden Barnes.
And it was a little icy that day.
Matthew Mariski had been skiing since he was 2 years old and jumped on the opportunity to ski with his dad in February of 2018.
The next morning we got up. Matthew was in a great mood, but sleepyhead as usual.
After a few runs, Mike arrived at the bottom to see that Matthew wasn't there.
And two ladies skied up next to me and were talking about a terrible accident they'd seen on the hill. And I knew that I knew at that moment it was Matthew.
Found by Ski Patrol, Matthew was then airlifted to Renowned Trauma Center in Reno. As family members prepared their goodbyes, Matthew's doctors were paged on an emergency call.
I think the brain is built in such a way to deliberately forget those types of things.
Matthew woke up with no memory of the accident. He then began the grueling process of relearning all of his motor skills.
I hadn't used those muscles in so long. There became a point in my recovery where I just sort of stopped putting energy into my recovery. She essentially told me, if I'm not willing to put the energy in myself, then why are they investing time in me?
Taking this advice to heart, Matthew pushed himself to make a full recovery.
Being able to look at your life and just choose a new direction for it and not just live in the depression, I think is one of the strongest traits that I have.
With videographer Wendy Maddox, I'm Macy Markham.
Every day, teens face their own different challenges, but for this junior at Sage Creek, his challenge isn't so ordinary.
Hi, my name's Atharva Raut, and I was born in Mumbai, India. So first, to enter the country, you need a visa, and there's multiple ways of getting it. But my family got it through work.
Not many teenagers are faced with the worries of never being able to see their family again.
So when I leave the country and when you get your green card, you can you have more certainty of staying in the country, because as long as you have your visa, you don't know if you're going to be able to come back after you leave the country.
Although Atharva has a lot on his plate, he has a great support system and so much to look forward to.
My family and my friends, my family mainly tries to support me, and they're making sure that I'm doing my work. We applied for our green card in 2012. It's our time slot now, I guess, where they look over our applications. So I think I'll be getting my green card in a year or two.
Reporting for CHSTV with photojournalist Taylor Lohmeyer, I'm Allison Sitars.
So I've been with Helen Woodward for 3 years, and this is by far my favorite day of the year.
Fernanda Lopez is one of the many employees helping organize the 16th annual Surf Dog Surfathon event.
And this is the only dog surfing competition where 100% of the proceeds benefit orphan pets and programs. It's just a really great day to see the beautiful human-animal bond out on the water.
The money generated comes from each competitor's fee, as well as the money they fundraise. One of these fundraisers being John and Rothstein.
We're super excited. We got first place in our heat, so we're moving to the finals. We also just
got notified that we're the top fundraisers again for this year, so really excited for that.
The money that surfers like Rothstein bring in helps support a greater cause.
So really we're saving their lives when they come here, and we're able to provide them with the medical care that they need, all of those preventative medicines that they need as well. They go off to foster homes and then they get ready for adoption and, go off to live their happy lives.
There are many ways people can support Helen Woodward.
So they can donate. They can donate funds. As high schoolers, it's great to, you can see the pets going out there right now.
For more information, you can visit animalcenter.org.
You can see how enthusiastic they are to get out there.
Ready to go.
If you cannot donate funds, there are other ways you can help support.
We're always looking for things like towels and toys and, bedding for our animals. People can also donate their time. So we're always looking for volunteers. People who are 14 years and older can volunteer.
And while raising money for homeless pets, everyone still has a great time.
Just have fun out there too. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, this guy had a blast out there. That's the main thing.
You can see so many smiling faces out here. The supporters that come out here and see these dogs doing incredible things. It's like a real surfing competition, but you see dogs.
Reporting from Dog Beach, California, with videographer Broxar Silmaz, I'm Holden Sisko.